Story of the Movies, Spin-off 3, Episode 2. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Curse of Shadows. Let's begin. This is the start of a new Midnight Society containing of 6 members, and the story is Curse of Shadows. And the Curse of Shadows, the members consist of Luke, Hannah, Gabby, I don't know what they call him, Seth, and Connor. But they all are friends, and when Connor goes missing, the rest try to find out what happened to him, and they go to this magic shop, and the man's name is Sardo, and Sardo doesn't want anything to do with them because their friend stole something very important from his shop, and it's called the Book of Shadows. And Sardo realizes what their friend was trying to do, and he tried to summon the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man is a dangerous thing. If you step into the haunted forest, you're cursed. And he will, every night you leave light on, he grows more powerful. And so, in order to get their friend back, they need to stop the Shadow Man. And that's basically the end of the first episode, because this is 6 episodes. And then episode 2 picks up where episode 1 left off. And they find Connor's backpack. They find the Book of Shadows. But they're all cursed. And so they need to hide somewhere where it's safe. And until morning. And then they find the place that they're looking for, which is the lighthouse. And they realize this girl named June Murphy, she has something to do with the curse. And she's like, she wants to save the lighthouse, but she dies while trying to save it. And then the Midnight Society needs to learn how to do a seance, and so they go back to the past to see June. They see how she died, but they also find something else. They find out who the Shadow Man is. And when they find out who the Shadow Man is, they realize they're in trouble, because the person that is the Shadow Man is June's father. You see, after she died, he went to the same magic shop, except the original Sardo from like the original Are You Afraid of the Dark series. And he gets the Book of Shadows this time, and he turns himself into the Shadow Man. And the Midnight Society's like, oh good, he can't see us. But the Shadow Man turns around and he sees them, and so they get out of there quick, and they manage to, they Luke opens the Book of Shadows and casts a spell that they think will protect them from the light, and this door opens and Connor comes out, but Connor's still alive. And this is the beginning of episode 3. Connor is still in the shadow dimension. That's not Connor, because later Sardo asks them if they opened the book, and Luke says no. Luke lied. You see, that spell that they cast protects the Shadow Man in the light, and they can't harm him. And so they later find out that that's not Connor, and so they must go. And now I just remembered what they call one of the members. They call him Jay. And so they need to find a way to stop the Shadow Man, and Jay sacrifices himself for the Shadow Man. And it's a really sad moment because they think Jay's dead. But then I believe this is where episode 4 begins. 4 and 5 kind of take place on the same night. They find the lighthouse. Well, actually no. In episode 4, they're still alive together. And then 5 is like when they all start getting captured. And Luke's the only one that can save them because he's the one that didn't get captured. And shadows help them escape the other dimension. And so Luke's in the lighthouse and he hears his friends, and Luke holds up a skeleton key, a key that can open any door, and they find out that the Shadow Man is looking for Luke, and so they turn on the lighthouse again. But the kids that have been in the Shadow Man's world for a long time, if they step into the light, they die. So Connor wants to go back to where it all started, so the Shadow Man never became the person. So not only do they save June Murphy, they save the lighthouse, and they also rewrote history. June never died, Shadow Man never came to be, and the Haunted Forest never existed. And Sardo doesn't remember who they are because Sardo died while trying to protect the kids, but Luke brought them back to a day where they can celebrate, and that's basically the end. The end. Next time on Story of the Movie Spin-off 3, The Rise of the Unleash. It is episode 3. What is episode 3, you may ask? It is Star Trek, but an episode from the show called Mirror, Mirror. It's a really great episode. Until next time, stay safe.